know who made it. You know who made it.
Let's go.
All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gamble Factory live stream. It's been a minute. Uh, Coach T Posey, he is here. We're having some video problems, but I think we have the audio problems worked out, so hopefully no echo this time.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we got that resolved. I'm pretty positive we do. Now we got to work on the video. It's always something with us, man.
There's always something, but hey, we can still bang out a 25x slip no matter if we see her face or not. So they're seeing my face. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, you got the pretty side of the company. Yeah, we're muting out me because I can't, I don't look right. So
No, but do us a favor real quick, guys. Just go ahead and like and subscribe so you're ready for more content. We're gonna talk Prizepicks. We're gonna talk the Chiefs and Lions coming up tomorrow. I actually will be there at Kansas City opening day, so I'm super pumped about that. I wish Travis Kelsey would play. I don't know. We haven't seen any news on that. I don't know. Have you seen anything?
no, I haven't seen anything at all. So I'm guessing he probably sits at this point, but
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything.
I think it'll depend how he feels the hour leading up to games while he's warming up. So, um, I think we can just go ahead and play it like he's probably not going to play. If he plays, he's going to be hurt anyway. But it doesn't matter. He's not even on the board. We're missing a lot of props. I feel like last year we had more props. I think more will probably drop tomorrow. Um, but I think we can still make a pretty good slip. So
Yeah, I for sure think that there's enough that we can get something good in, cook up this 25x, and see what we got.
absolutely. So we can go ahead and get started. I don't know. Do you want to just jump to some props that you like, or
Yeah,
what?
no, you go first, man.
All right. So I mean, I'll just go ahead and get straight to it. I have a favorite player for this game, honestly. Oh, dude, your video just popped up. I don't know what you did. Let's go. But I have a favorite player, Jahmyr Gibbs. I've literally taken every single one of his props. I'm definitely overexposed to to this entire player as a whole at this point. I don't know how you feel about him. I think he personally just gets a ton of usage. I mean, they've talked about how they want to use him in the receiving game they're going to use him everywhere. He's going to be on the field a lot, I think. He's also going to share the field with David Montgomery at times, which is beneficial for him as well. I'm really liking his receiving props. I've taken his fantasy score, his receiving yards, his receptions. I think his receiving yards might be my favorite, but I can play any of them. I don't know if you're leaning some way or another.
Yeah, for Gibbs, I've gone receptions once and receiving yards in another. So I'm good with both. I really like Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with it.
All right. Let's take his receiving yards. I think it's probably the best value by a
I
hair.
mean, he can. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, he can get 3 receptions and cover that,
Yeah,
whereas
exactly.
he doesn't need that. Yeah, so I like that as well.
All right. Cool. So, and I think it'll correlate well with something else we may play later. What are you liking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Uh, I've got a couple different ones that I do like. I mean, I'm good with his fantasy score at 16 and a half. It
Yeah.
was really good at 15 and a half,
Yeah. I
but
got
I
it.
didn't
I
get.
got it a couple days ago, or was it two
Yeah,
days ago? They had it at 15
yeah.
and a half.
You caused it to bump. I had it in my slip and I couldn't get off work and to play it, and so I missed that 15 and a half. Somebody said you look like Matthew Stafford.
Hey, let's go, dude. Matthew Stafford, he's a stud. So.
Let's go. And so yeah, I'm good with Golf's yards at 260. I'm good with this fantasy score at 16 and a half. Really, those two are the ones I'm looking at.
I
Uh,
100% agree. I had
yeah,
Goff's fantasy score down. I've also played his passing yards. Um, I know his fantasy score. It's higher on both Underdog and Sleeper. I think it's like at 18 or something, higher than 18.
Yeah, it's just 16 and a half is like a little too low because you got to think like at 260 yards, you're already getting to what is it, 8, 9, 10 fantasy points right there, and then 2 touchdowns is 18.
Exactly.
So
And I think
you're
he's
good to go.
favored to not throw an interception as well. So
Right. Yeah.
I don't have to worry about losing a point. Hopefully, I mean, even if he does, he still should cover this. The game script will be perfect for him. They're still almost touchdown underdogs. I think it's maybe dropped to 6 now, and it's going to be a high scoring game. So.
Well, let me ask you this one: if you like his fantasy score, is his passing touchdowns at 1.5 a little bit better, honestly? So you don't have to worry about anything else.
I mean, that's honestly that could be something to look into. Let me look at his odds for that real quick. I'm just curious.
Yeah, like if we're thinking, he scores 1 touchdown, that means he's got to throw for 300
Yeah,
yards.
I mean, that's true. That's true. He probably has to throw for 2 touchdowns to hit his fantasy score, right?
Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah, I think that might. I don't know the odds on that one.
Yeah, it's not great. It's more like -110 on DraftKings. It's actually favored under a little bit on DraftKings, but a lot of sites, some of them have like -120, -127, -130 on FanDuel. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I still think he has to cover. I mean, what's his rushing yards? I guess it's the only other thing that would help his fantasy score out.
Only 3.5. So.
Yeah, so he's not rushing. He's just not gonna do it. He doesn't ever really do that.
Yeah. I mean, we could go pass yards. It correlates. I mean, if Gibbs is gonna hit his receiving yards, Goff probably has to hit his pass yards. Or, I mean, it helps,
Yeah, I think I'm good with both. Whichever one I guess you prefer. I do like. I like his yards. I liked it. It was at 252. I think when we talked like last week.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
They
bumped up a
clearly
lot.
bumped it.
Yeah, I think it could even get bumped a little bit more. So.
I think so.
Appreciate you, Jahmyr. Yeah, no, I love that a lot. And I don't know if we want to stay on the Lions side of the ball. If we're doing a 6-man, we could probably do 3-3 more than likely.
Yeah, we can do whatever really we need to do.
Okay. Another one. I got 2 more from the Lions I'm liking. One's an under, so it doesn't really correlate well. But that one's Marvin Jones under 7.5 fantasy score. I think he right now on paper he's the number 2 wide receiver for them. I don't think he could be right now to start the game, but I don't think it'll end up that way at the season. I mean, he's getting older. Jahmyr Gibbs is there. He's gonna probably be the number 2 pass catching option for them, which automatically bumps Jones to number 3. Even if he is the number 2 wide receiver. You have Sam Laporta there now, rookie tight end. You can say what you want about that, but I think he's gonna get a lot of work in the receiving game this year, even as a rookie. But I kind of like his under. He's lower on Sleeper. I think he was at, let me see, he's at 6.4, and I think Sleeper's a little bit more sharp with the fantasy scores compared to Prizepicks. I know he's only projected on the books for like 2.5 receptions and 25 yards. That's only 5 fantasy scores. So he'd have to score a touchdown to go over this number more than likely, and he only scored 4 touchdowns last year. So.
Yeah, and he's like plus 320 to score a touchdown at all. So, very likely that dude's not a huge factor in the offense at all. With, like I said, like Laporta and obviously Gibbs and Amon-Ra. So, under 7 is probably a good play. What is
it was at 7.5 earlier.
It's at 7.
What I wrote it down. So it's bumped already. He can still take it. Probably wouldn't want to in a slip with all overs like we're probably going to have. It's not great correlation. So.
Alexis, we're going passing yards, by the way.
So, I don't know. I have one more from the Lions. I don't know. Do you have any more?
You're good. Go ahead.
All right. So, the absolute beast of the team, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, if we're playing Goff's pass yards, if we think they're going to be playing from behind, having to pass the ball a lot, I mean, you kind of have to have Amon-Ra if you're doing a game stack for this game. I like his fantasy score. It's still at 17. It was at 19.8 on Sleeper last I checked, and I use the same fantasy score system. So that's a 2.8 difference. So even if you say Sleeper's wrong, well, they're probably going to meet in the middle, and Prizepicks is still too low. He's at 7 receptions and 77.5 receiving yards. So that's already, what, 14, 15
Yeah, 14, 15. Yeah.
fantasy points. So if he gets us a touchdown, this fantasy score line's a lock, in my opinion. And he definitely can. But he doesn't need to even catch a touchdown. I think he could go over this regardless.
So you definitely prefer that over yards or receptions?
I think so. Yeah, I probably do. Just because he could, if he catches a touchdown, I mean, it's going to be easy for him. He doesn't have to even hit his receptions or receiving yards, which I mean, I think he hits any of them, really. But do you have one you prefer more?
And I really like his receptions earlier at 6.5.
Yeah, that was nice. And it had some juice on the over, too.
Yeah, and they bumped it. I'm okay with it at 7, but I still think, I guess the fantasy score, I'm not a big fantasy score player. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I always worry about it because you have to bake in a touchdown on some of these guys. So, yeah, I'm not a big fantasy score guy. But I'd still probably like the best one because you have touchdown equity. And especially if Goff is throwing for 260 over yards, he's got to throw to Monroe. So, yeah, I mean, you can convince me that 17 is fine. I mean, it's a good number. The number is right.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fantasy score guy.
Do you like his receiving yards or receptions better if we were to take that instead?
Nah, nothing better. I'd love his receptions at 6.5, of course. But I think the fantasy score is probably the move right now.
Big Diesel said no Chris Jones is good for Goff. It definitely helps, that's for sure. I don't think he's going to play, but I don't know if there's any official word on that. But it's definitely going to help out the Lions being able to do whatever they want on offense compared to if he is there. So
yeah, exactly.
So we can see what else we're working with, and then come back to this Amon-Ra if we need a 6 prop.
Yeah, perfect.
So I'll let you go ahead and take over.
Well, this is weird because this is like almost opposing the correlation though. It's the unfortunate part of it. I kind of like David Montgomery's rushing attempts.
Really?
At 12.5, yeah. It's unfortunate that's a negative correlated play, but I think he is going to be involved quite heavily, and I think he's mostly going to be getting more. I think he'll get more carries than Gibbs, or at least around the same amount. It's just
yeah.
I don't think the Lions. Well, if the Lions can keep it close enough throughout the game, then I think he's definitely going to go over, and I think that he still is going to be involved no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to play it with this slip, but I do like his 12.5. It's like favored over on I don't know, is that Caesars, I believe, decently heavily. I think the other two are close, but the other two books are just, I don't trust those two at all.
I agree.
I don't necessarily look at those, but that MGM or Caesars, I don't know that the look of that, but I do think
it's Caesars.
He goes over 12.5.
No,
yeah, Caesars.
I can't remember. It's better MGM or Caesars for sure, though, and those are reliable.
Yeah, I still like the over. I still think he's involved enough. Well, I think, even if they, do have to, lean towards the pass a little bit, I think he's got enough work in him that it's still fine. They can't abandon the run completely.
I agree.
So, yeah, I'm with it, but I don't think we can play it in a slip because of negative correlation. So, I might play that one in a separate power play.
No, I'm liking it. It's looking like, on props.cash, it has some minus 130 on BetMGM, minus 135 on Caesars on the over. He was at like 11.5 yesterday, I think, before the Kelsey news came out. Right. So Vegas is obviously thinking that the Lions could try and run the ball. If they keep it close, this line will hit easily. It's just a matter of if the Chiefs can jump out ahead or not. Yeah. I mean, he hit this number 63% of games last year, it looks like. So.
Yeah, I think he'll have a similar role with Detroit, so I don't see that changing much. I think he gets 60% of the carries at least.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I could get on board with that.
But again, it's negative correlation, so we're probably not gonna play it in this slip though.
Yeah.
It's the only unfortunate part of it.
Yeah, I agree. I got one on the Chiefs that I'm loving. It's probably my second favorite prop. It's Patrick Mahomes over. Let's see. Make sure it's still over 297.5 pass and rush yards. Earlier this week, before Kelsey news came out, he was at 299 pass yards just by itself.
Yes.
So this line being below that now is kind of weird. I think his passing yards now is at 286. His rush yards is at 17.5. So you're already getting a discount on pass and rush yards. I think he could honestly probably hit this in the air without even taking into account his rush yards, honestly. I know on Underdog he is at 304, so getting value here on Prizepicks. He was at 309 on 2 different books and 319 on a third. So I meant to say 319. I don't know if that's what I said. But I think we're getting really good value here on this pass and rush yards here on Prizepicks, and it's a good correlation for a good high scoring game script if that's what we're playing it as.
Yeah, I love that one too. That was one of the other ones I was going to go to as well. So
Heck yeah.
you don't have to convince me on that one. That's a Patrick Mahomes, and that's in our season long stuff too, by the way.
Absolutely.
So 300-yard passing game. So that's I think we're getting to the start right off the bat with one. So
I agree. Yep.
I want some Chiefs tackle props, but they haven't put them up yet.
I've been looking for those too. I don't know they're waiting.
They're waiting on the Chris Jones news. So waiting on that one for sure. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this one. This dude did not have a good rookie season.
I might like it actually.
And I don't really think he has a great day tomorrow as well. Sky Moore under 45.5 seasons.
Under. Oh man, yeah. I'm on his over.
Yeah, see, I don't like him. I don't think the Kelsey news is enough for this dude to go over 45.5. I don't think he's going to be heavily involved. I still think it's going to be a spread out thing of everybody getting a little bit, especially if Kelsey doesn't go. So you think Moore is the number one without Kelsey?
I don't necessarily. He's going to be the starting slot receiver for them.
Yeah, he will be that.
And without Kelsey, I mean, Mahomes loves to target the middle of the field. I mean, he's going to have to target somebody in the middle of the field, right? I mean, it could be Noah Gray. We don't have props for him, unfortunately.
It's Noah Gray time. I am the Sky Moore disbeliever.
Really? Wow, that was one of my props that I like, so I won't bring that up.
We are not going to go for that one then.
No, we'll have to fade that one for sure.
I
like it. I mean, Juju, he averaged 58 from the slot last year, and like Juju, he had one great year, and other than that,
yeah, he's been pretty bad. Mahomes lifted him for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's go away from that one and fade that one, and let's go to Jerick McKinnon's 2.5 receptions.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah, he is.
Assuming you're going over.
Yes.
Okay.
He's pass catching back and forth. Like Checo's going to get all the run, but they're not going to just pound the rock the entire game. They're going to throw the ball.
I have a theory.
Oh, you got a theory?
I got a theory. I have a theory on Pacheco, man. I'm not a believer.
Oh no. Yeah, and with Kelsey out, somebody's got to work the middle of the field or the short dump offs, and I don't think it's Sky Moore as much as it will be Jerick McKinnon. Personally, I do think Sky Moore will be involved. I'm not saying he's going to zero and blank it out, but it's McKinnon for me.
No, I like it a lot. In HTMNZ, he's liking Pacheco fantasy score. I don't know if I can get on board with Pacheco, man. He's a terrible pass blocker unless he's improved from last year. He's one of the worst pass blockers for running back last year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's abysmal.
And it may not matter too much, just because I think is the Chiefs' offensive line pretty good? I can't remember. I think they're pretty good.
Middle of the road.
Yeah. So they're going to want to protect Patrick Mahomes, especially with Travis Kelce getting hurt. So I could see Jerick McKinnon getting a little bit more snaps than everybody's thinking. So
it's a bucket.
So I feel like what we got? We got 2 Chiefs props in here right now. I feel like we should throw in one more. You stole one of mine with Sky Moore under, so I can't play that.
Oof.
So who do you think's gonna catch passes? We need a receiver, right?
That's the problem. I will say that's the problem. I don't think it's him, but I also don't know that it's actually like Marquez Valdez-Scanlon's not going to catch a ton of passes.
He's going to be their. I mean, he's their deep threat guy, so he could hit this on one play. Honestly, if the Lions mess up,
he's going to be involved too. Noah Gray's going to be involved a little bit because he just likes to throw the tight end. Obviously, Kelsey.
I wish we had Noah Gray on here. I sniped him on the chalkboard streaks yesterday. He was at like 12.5, way after Kelsey news came out. So
that's pretty clutch. Or do you believe in like a Justin Ross or anybody like that?
No, I don't.
No, I don't either. So it may be Sky Moore, maybe I'm just a hater.
I don't want to make you play something you don't like, but
Oh,
I've already.
I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it.
We could go. So it's already been bumped. I liked it at 6.5. It's a tackle prop for the Lions. This Alex Anzalone guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of a wagon at 6.5 last year for the Lions. I know he had pretty good odds to go over. Let me see if I can find it. Alex Anzalone.
Yeah, I actually think I took Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is over.
Did you really? Do you like that
Yeah.
one better? I know Alex. He's minus 141 over 6.5. So worst case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think he's fine to play as well. I liked both of them, but he had already bumped, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson had not bumped yet. So I
is
went
he
and played.
still at 3.5 or 4.5?
Yeah, he's still at 3.5.
Yeah, 4.5. He's favored minus 135 on the over, so that's something we could definitely take.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, I like Gardner-Johnson. I mean, he's kind of gets involved in like pass plays and run plays, which I do think the Chiefs will have a pretty good mix tomorrow of both. So I think he gets involved a lot. I think he against some of the higher passing volume teams, especially last year.
Yeah.
And he covered his line quite a bit. He's good in coverage, finding the ball, getting his nose on the ball. So yeah, he's good there. I like him.
Heck yeah. That's 5. Let's see. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Do we want to try and find a 6? I mean, I think the answer is probably yes. If we ask chat, I think they would want to go for the 25x.
Come on, chat. We're going for a 10x or a 10x, or are we going for this 25x? We can try to find one.
What are we liking to? Other than Pacheco Fantasy Score, I don't know if we can play that.
Not a big fan.
I mean, he could hit it, definitely, but I'm just not a big Pacheco guy.
No. So we got our 5. We got Jared Goff over 260.5 passing yards.
Yep.
We got Patrick Mahomes over 209. Where'd he go? 297 pass plus rush yards.
Yep.
We have Jahmyr Gibbs over 30.5 receiving yards.
Yep.
We got Jerick McKinnon over 2.5 receptions. And we have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson over 4.5 tackles and assists. So those are the 5. Looks like chat wants this 25x to be cooked all the way.
Somebody said, let's see,
Jerry
St.
St. Brown.
St. Brown. I mean, it's great correlation with the Goff play. So.
Yeah, are we doing receiving yards, fantasy score?
I personally, I'm all aboard the fantasy score with them, but
Jerry likes the fantasy score as well.
Okay, perfect. Oh, the Dak free square. If you guys haven't used it yet, you could definitely throw this in here, and I think that'd absolutely be money. I've already used it.
I have not used it personally. I'm gonna wait till the last second. I'm gonna try to use it for Sunday's slate.
Yeah, definitely take advantage of this, whether you put it in this slip or not. That's free money. So even if you just like hedge both sides of it, you can make it free. Like $12.50 if you just pair this with the over and under.
Yeah, exactly.
Sam Laporta. Okay, I don't know what to think about Sam. Rookie tight ends are usually really scary. But this guy, he's been known. He's going to be the number 1 starter for the Lions coming into the season before he even came.
Goff hit Hawkinson. He fed Hawkinson. So they like hitting the tight end position and going there.
I think Hawkinson averaged like 40 receiving yards last year with the Lions. So maybe more than that, honestly.
Yeah. So I guess it's essentially Amon-Ra or Sam Laporta.
Hey, you may not like this. What about?
Oh no.
There's a combo prop.
All right.
Sky Moore and Sam Laporta, 74.5 receiving yards.
74.5 receiving yards combo of Sky Moore and Sam Laporta.
That's kind of getting like correlation on both sides of the ball. But
Sky Moore.
I know he hates. I wish he would have been on board with Sky Moore. I like it a lot.
So Sky Moore's props at 34 or 44.
45.5.
45, and then so you're actually getting a yard of value, I think, right?
You are.
20, 29. You can talk me into it if you want to. I will play it all for you.
I mean, I like the regular Sky Moore just better, but I can get on board with Sam Laporta or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, not having Amon-Ra St. Brown in this slip may be weird. I don't know.
There's a Sky Moore plus Amon-Ra St. Brown receiving yards prop combo. If you really want your boy Sky Moore,
Let's see.
you
What
got
is
two
that?
options.
77.5 plus 45.5. What's that quick math?
You still get a half a yard of value.
Okay. Man, I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't want to make you play Sky Moore if you're not liking it. We can just play Amon-Ra or Sam Laporta. You choose.
Man, I'll correlate with you and roll with the Sky Moore, and I'll tell you I told you so after it misses.
Okay. You heard it here first. When Sky Moore cashes our 25x in the fourth quarter, not fourth quarter. Hopefully he hits before then.
An apology tweet's coming.
Now, if he hits for 2x, we can blame me.
And you have an apology tweet coming. So one way or the other, you're getting an apology tweet from Zach or Tyler. We could even make this more interesting.
Oh man,
we could do a little stream giveaway for the Sky Moore under over if he covers his line or not.
Okay, so if he goes under, and you're right, then I'll give away $25.
Yeah, we do a $25 giveaway.
All right, and then if he goes over and cashes in our slip for us, you'll pay out the $25.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll do it next stream. Obviously you gotta have to subscribe. That's gonna be a winner for it. So
100%.
All right, well there you have it. We got Jahmyr Gibbs over 30.5 receiving yards. Jared Goff over 260.5 pass yards. Patrick Mahomes over 297.5 passing and rush yards. Jerick McKinnon over 2.5 receptions. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson over 4.5 tackles and assists. And Sky Moore over 45.5 receiving yards. We're going to lock it in for 25x. I got to do it on my phone. I'm not logged in on my computer. So I don't know if we're going to post this on Twitter. We might post it in Chalkboard.
Let's post it on Chalkboard.
Okay.
And we'll leave it off Twitter for today. And if you need to join our Chalkboard, the link is below.
That is correct. Does anybody have any questions about life, the football game, anything? If not, we're going to dip out of here.
About life.
But I appreciate you guys popping in here and checking us out. Hopefully, I think we plan on having at least one stream on Sunday, right? Maybe? Or for the Sunday slate?
At least before the Sunday slate. Maybe on Sunday morning, but yeah, if nothing else, we'll definitely have one. At least either Saturday or Sunday, yeah.
Yep, perfect. All right. Well, Patreon? Yeah, we'll post it in Patreon. I'll post it in Patreon. All right, well, with that being said, appreciate you guys tuning in. That'll do it for this live stream. And good luck. Let's hit this 25x. We'll come in for the next stream and we'll be fired up. This will be.
I want this 25x to hit, and I want to pay somebody $25. I want to give away $25 and be wrong about Sky Moore.
I want you to be wrong about him too. If he's the only miss, I'm gonna cry. All right, guys. Well, peace.
See you.